But even if they have or even if they haven't, we give them all the love and enthusiasm that we do here at BettaKultcha. So round of applause please for Andrea Kate. Boom!
I think so. Okay, so I got a research grant to do an investigation into how Willy Wonka's chocolate factory would work in 2012. This is 2012. This is my report. My conclusion is that fake tan small children dressed up as Oompa Loompas trying to steal recipes are going to be the least of Wonka's problems. Wonka problem 1, the Oompa Loompas. They're not going to be working for cocoa beans in 2012, are they? They're going to petition for the national minimum wage, and Wonka is going to have to cave in. That's going to lead to a snowball effect, and they're going to form a little union. They're going to campaign for better holidays, private healthcare, and tiny little company cars that you get from the early learning centre and pedal with your feet. But their strike songs would be awesome. Problem number 2. Statistically speaking, Wonka's going to be facing a number of employment tribunal claims for discrimination from the Oompa Loompas on the basis that they're orange and from Loomperland. From people who feel unable to apply for jobs in the factory because they're not orange or from Loomperland or from Essex. Problem number 3. The pound is falling in strength against the rupee, so Wonka's raw ingredients are going to cost more. He's going to want to put his prices up, but he's getting so screwed by Tesco and Groupon that he can't. Problem number 4. Half of his buying customers are going to be on some weird diet, trying to get to a size 0, and they're not eating chocolate anymore. The good news is that the other half of the population is comfort eating in bulk, so that's probably going to even things out a bit. Okay, problem number 5, people, and this is the big one. Health and safety. The health and safety executive are going to close Wonka down. Just think about the personal injury claims that those kids could bring. My first example is going to be Violet Beauregard. She swelled up like a berry and turned blue. You're looking at compensation. You're looking at compensation for post-traumatic stress, loss of mobility, and the additional cost of clothes because you can't get past a size 16 in Topshop. I added that up to a cool £1 million, Wonka. My second example is Mike TV, because they shrank him to 6 inches tall. How's he going to get a girlfriend now? Barbie is 11 inches tall, 11 and a half because she's always standing on her tiptoes. He got to be on TV though, didn't he, Mike TV? So that means a column in Heat magazine and an invitation to the British Soap Awards. He could even be Jordan's 4th husband. So those are some of the problems that Wonka's got to deal with. My report then moved on, and specifically focused on his golden ticket competition. He took, let's face it, a bunch of obnoxious social misfits who were competing for an incredible prize, and were being judged in turn by someone with weird fashion sense, a skewed sense of reality, and a slightly strange sense of humour. It's the blueprint for Britain's Got Talent, which would make Willy Wonka the modern day Simon Cowell. I do that myself, it took me ages, and it's the best bit of my report. Let's spend a bit of time over this, please, people. And like the winners of Britain's Got Talent, Charlie Bucket was not the strongest swimmer in the pool, was he? All he ate was cabbage soup, so I'm thinking that he probably smelled quite a bit. And he lived in a hovel with his 4 grandparents who all shared a bed, and were committing benefits fraud. Did you see how fast Grandpa Joe got out of bed when he thought they could clip on out? There goes his disability living allowance. So I'm thinking that Charlie Bucket might have some weird ideas and probably be on a social services watch list somewhere. We're supposed to think that he won the competition because he was the most angelic and the least corrupt, but that's not even true. He was as bad as everyone else. Him and Grandpa Joe, bad influence, stole fizzy lifting drinks, and they would have got cut up by those fan blades if they hadn't belched their way to safety. Chavs. This is separating out the age groups in here because they cut that from the 2005 version. But Charlie Bucket was an underdog, wasn't he? And we Brits love an underdog, as we all proved comprehensively by voting for Ashley and Pudsey in Britain's Got Talent this year. Well done, everyone. That dog has got £500,000 stuffed under his dog bed. But we will all get behind Paul Potts or Susan Boyle, until they get too big for their boots, that is, Cher Lloyd, and then we go off them pretty quickly, don't we? So the conclusions of my report then. First conclusion, business is hard in 2012, but Sir Alan told us that. The chocolate factory business model would not work. My recommendation is that Wonka have a reality TV show and screw the contestants for a share of all their future earnings. My second conclusion, and I'm sorry to Patrick Devine, is that chavs will always win out. Just take a look at Cheryl Cole. Thank you.
Andrea Kate.